Hello, hello. Welcome again to Ace Attorney Trial and Tribulation. We're here to save Madame, Mr. Master Mask. Hey Nick, what is it? Is something wrong? But you see all that people here. It's crazy. Yeah, it's cray. Oh, check out the Master Mask glossy I bought. La Posta? You bought this where? When they leave the pants in front of the courthouse, they have all sorts of things for sale. Okay, they're quick to move. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. What? Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less guilty for you. Sorry, ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me! He's a dead again. I sent a golden card to Lord Taylor, I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I mean sarcastic. But you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, Sweetie. Oh, Nisi on it. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should speak in French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nick boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you said that? Well, if you excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I count on you, Nick boy. Good luck. Well, I guess we're gonna need it. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Master Mask or not. Interesting. But there's only one thing I'm sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I have to trust the desire. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Interesting. What about prosecution? Are you prepared to? What a stupid question. What do you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after hearing arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godot. Oh, there you go. There you go. There's the soundtrack of the background music of Godot. Legendary prosecutor. I never lost a case. Wait, he's the one of Detective Atney was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Huh, none. What do you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you say you never lost before. Exactly. I never lost. Even never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere samplers. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or on our arms. This guy is the real deal, right, Nick? Does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Wright. But who is this masked man? I returned from depths of hell to battle with you. Well done, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. What? I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a train is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and before you and your case break into. He's a level of animosity towards us, it appears so. And well then, let's hear from the witness. Yeah. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, we're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about. What do you know about the thief that stole the urn? Yes, sir. Master Max is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He is so confident that he sent his calling cards before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, as usual. He sent a card onto Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we are sure was Master Master. It fits his MO to a T. To a T. Okay. So then the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Goddard! What are you... What's going on? We're in the middle of trial, Mr. Goddard. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter than more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early into trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Oh, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delai's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Well, that is a rough thing to do. Objection! Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious piece of right? That's right, pal. Okay. Doesn't look that precious to me. There's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant that from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Prosecutor Goddard, what is the value of that urn? An appraiser spoke say they couldn't attach a price to it, and I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item the Master Mask would normally go up. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you are saying that the thief of Sacred Urn was not the work of Master Mask? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was to point out a contradiction. The argument made itself. Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? Absolutely no idea. What do you have to say about this, Mr. Goddard? That it doesn't matter. He's taking a sip of coffee. Why I can't take a sip of coffee right now? Why can't I make some coffee now? Huh? Huh? This coffee here is my own special blend. It's called Goddard 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on acidity or bitterness. Acidity. There's the only thing I've got on my mind. Mrs. Wright. What? You're really a man. You should clean up on your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. You're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn. Then it must be someone imitating Master Mask methods. A faker. A fake the mask? Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Okay. Yeah. Now, before I decide on my coffee, at least some proof is in order, Mr. Wright. Proof that the person who appeared at the Lordly Taylor that night was actually a faker. A sip of coffee. Though I don't approve of Mr. Goddard's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we are waiting. It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need to prove that the person Lordly Taylor that night was in fact a fake. Take that! The proof is right here. It looks like a photo taken by a security camera, but if you look closely, you notice something peculiar about it. Huh, well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use the point to show us just about picture is so peculiar. You mean Master Mask? Have I a piece of reference I would like to call to take a look? Isn't that publicity photo I bought this morning? The thing is missing. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch of the mask chest. Isn't that extremely uncomfortable to go around? Especially if you're a thief. A breach here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp of holding one's cape on. Clasp. I see now. Even the people in court are more confused than me. But the mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch! The brooch is the same as the emblem of the mask calling card and serves as his symbols. Why everyone is so obsessed with the symbols? But the thief that broke into Lord Lily Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Order! It's true, undeniable truth. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're going to have a pity party, invite me too. Pity party. Mr. Godo, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? The brooch you're talking about. You mean this? That's Master Mask brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? Must be Annie Face. Why did you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. What? Wait, what? Angry Maya then is like, oh, this guy is a cool customer. What the fuck? It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? A friend of yours left a pretty little hikes on there. Hikes? Figuratively speaking, of course, I'm referring for own delete fingerprints. Oh, shut. What? The defendant's fingerprints wants a brooch? You already analyzed everything? Order in court. Mr. Godo, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. What the hell? She appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. The place there was a fight. Phoenix, we have a problem. From me out. Master Mask brooch added to the court record. You must be Godo. And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proven anything yet. You're proving your own incompetence, that's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Emotional damage. But we bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace directly to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Oh. I don't know. Now I see, it's all becoming clear. What clear? Zavar! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. That we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee manic, I thought. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, sir, prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, a sedating and rising star illuminating the heavens. Why these two make a perfect pair? They either be best friends, or they tear each other's head off. I've heard that one of the night of the crime you were alone on the security detail. You have heard correctly? My special-made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoe. What? If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. To get a hold of all his glory from himself. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Yeah? Yeah. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, infamous Master Mask, suddenly descended upon us. As I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specialty made Monocle never misses a thing. However, there are limited things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. Oh, I failed to see why Whittle seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves. The great Master Mask, my arch-nemesis. This is what my instinct that my years of experience tell me. Very well, proceed with cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Also, if it appears to be a struggle, shouldn't you have fighting? Could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. This is the point of fact, Master Mask brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh! Elementary, my dear. Lawyer, obviously there wasn't glue on well enough. Glued? Well enough? Not quite. It's clear it shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think. And there is only one person that was in position to have struggled with a thief. The only person that was security duty that night, you, Detective. So what's the point of this thing? Detective Attorney, you must fall with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait, just a moment, old man. Don't talk to me, I'm living in a nursing home. I'm living in a nursing home. I just remember, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does, that's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You can't talk too much. Witness, you are now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big question for the testimony, that's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I look at me, agree completely. What? Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Oh no. Discombobulate. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. Okay. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of the Master Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Oh well, that's certainly understandable. I must always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can be good. Cannot... Nah, Fight with a thief. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was... Powericious? Really? Oh my god, whoever is saying... You're on drugs. Powericious? I assume at me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. And of course was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? At me fighting style? What is his at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at me fighting style? Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, what about the testimony? I guess it was a waste of time. Of course, it's important we learn a detective secret technique after all. Yes, indeed, I remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at late enough time. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? He's screwing me out. I'm gonna beat you up, Phoenix. Now then, witness. We go ahead and add a secret information to your official testimony. Okay. Let at me. The testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, lawyer. It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet on my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the cover must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. I marched and enemy struck me on the head from behind with his gruesome items, yeah. From behind, huh? Yep. But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective got me. That's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid that we're going to help with security. During this such as myself, I always been misunderstood. How's that? That doesn't
Objection!
Where is human to forgive divine? Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. We cheese up the riddle. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is that you are certain? Very well, Your Honor. The defense assert that. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. The detective look at me, his true identity is actually Master Mouse. Yarg. Oh, then quote Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atman's story. He said he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last chance he managed to outperform Detective Gamshu and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasures. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I pick up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at the... Oh please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atman. The truth is that you are in fact the Master Mouse. Good. But Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Master Mouse. This security camera belongs to the old retailer department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually the ace thief? Is this true, witness? No. The mask MO is pure genius and so I am, look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such conclusion, I'm impressed, lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, it's time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Ready at me.
Objection!
Ouch. Would it be extremely dangerous to hot-wise? Gotta blend the 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godo? The Ace Detective is actually the Ace Thief, is the best-selling novel. There's only one problem and it simply isn't true. But Mr. Godo, Mr. Fry has made some very strong points and... I'll admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of the whole cloth. But it is in fact nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Wright. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But if I had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly. Oh yes, of course. Alright, Nick. Are you alright, Nick? Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but I can't really do it. The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact Master Max has yet to be found. Of course, I've got nothing. Huh? Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high, no matter how bad things get after all. I see. But perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. It's not good. I've got to stay on the attack. I never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's not good, I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you come to your sense, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of any counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godo, if you have anything... What? Whoa? Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Delight. Miss Delight. What are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean... that bag? No, not the bag. What's inside the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn! Nick! It's done! Order, you, madame! That urn, where do you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants, a detective. You at me. Oh, Bessie, you are the best. Oh, Bessie, you're the best. Well, how do you explain that, Mr. Atme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Huh, pathetic. Mr. Gold, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor, it simply amazes me how quickly times changes. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You still deny that Mr. Atme was involved. Before casting aspersion at Detective Atme, consider a young lady here. Your name is Desire the Lit. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered the stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn, what does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective office. Please, madam, his town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I will never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nick boy, you got to help me talk sense to these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that I was actually in the Atme Trilogy. Let's see if they have fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it? He was wearing gloves. How can I? Come on. No. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. Megan, good. Now, it will be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, I was guarded the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be any evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? His with the fingerprints will mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? Gone too far to turn back at me, but I brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The fans brought also the fingerprints of this person will be on the urn. So as you recall, we touched the urn. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, I'll open it up. Hey, wait a minute, I can just open up private property, blah blah blah, that is such a funny fact, it's important investigation, well blah blah. What's in there? Hang on a second, I'm talking around now, whether everything feels kinda hard, smooth. Well, hello there, and blah blah blah. Okay, so we actually touched the smooth base. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touch it? And I remember very well, it was smooth and hard. Nah, God. Well, that was just, Your Honor, I'd like to court-examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in the detective Atme office. Objection! Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course he does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, person in charge of the exhibition, said. He polished it until it was just above glory. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And that's the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Attorney Trilogy agency. This blend, called a blend of 107, I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order! Order! Accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and analyze it. Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broken him down. Sorry. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival, worthy of my genius, I was forced to create create one by myself. Here I am, at that tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Master Mouse. Hope you all enjoyed my little performance. It's messier than it is. Well, Mr. Godot, was Mr. Attorney condition? Mr. Atme, sorry. He's still in the lobby. Laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy your joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. You came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him in the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the killer. Wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Okay. You're wrong! You're wrong, I tell you. Not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I'm really trying to say. Okay. Oh no, he's not. This case can be happening. The thief! The sneaky, odious thief who has been stealing all the treasures. It's me! It's him! I'm him! I'm the one you want! I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it! I pronounce me guilty, please! Wait, what? Why are you so keen to be guilty? I don't know that kind of kangaroo court you all think that it is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judgment. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Mr. Godo, don't just stand there and drinking coffee. Ah, hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. If you're really a man to clean up your own mess, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what I mean. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. Say he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good job. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Go ahead and talk. Well, listen. Oh well. Let's all have to listen to this confession. Oh my god. Completely committed to his fantasy. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along, if you say so. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have any alibi for the night of the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see it right there in the photo, that's me. For my brooch is knackered on the door handle and got torn off, that's all. Okay. I don't like the direction this trial has taken, but this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Ha! You are doing great. Stop it, Mr. Gata, you're embarrassing me. I wanna punch you in the face. Like I said, you are only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through with these with flying colors, keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Gata. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for your for the cross-examination. Sig. A big sig in the public. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Huh. Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Oh, let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Daisy and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you are not serious. Yes, I am serious. It proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he was at watertight alibi. Okay. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Gordley Taylor and KB Security, it will take around 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Goro, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee, goddammit. Come on, Mr. Thief, don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Goro. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. Why is he trying too hard, man? He's really got Mr. Delight all worked out. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have to drop my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security, CEO office. No! Huh, that was pretty good try. Pretty good try, Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, you overlook one more thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen these before, correct? What is it? A blackmail letter, that's what it looks like from the contents? Blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring a $50K. Does that sound like a blackmail, right? At the time of the thief, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In the KB Security CEO office, a full half of an hour away from the scene of the crime. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no! What? Oh no. Order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at the KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godo blend wellness hair impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? Yeah, it's gonna have that mess. Yeah, you said the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof, I'm not sure what I'm thinking of that. Not sure what I'm thinking of that? At least I know what I think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Okay, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, you cannot track him down. We don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? There's someone else who can testify. You mean Larry? Who is this useless looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at this picture makes me... The bile start to rise in my throat. The bile! Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out the memory on purpose. On purpose, I guess. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at a KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is the key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and blah blah blah. Huh. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO or KB Security. You should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing these key cards' data. Well, we just fudged. We just fudged them. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Blood. I was unable to contact him directly, but there's a reason why he was unable to contact him directly. I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to these data, this card was used at 1 AM on the morning of the crime. So, yep. But that means it can be Mr. Delight dressed as a mastermind in this photo. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... you win! Phoenix Wright. Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecution office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendants to be masterminds. Good job, you did it, Nick. That's enough. I came to perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Now, we have another title. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objection? No, Your Honor. Very well. Go find the defenders, Mr. Ron Delight. And I'm drinking now. Court is now adjourned. Nick, you did it! You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nick boy, Mr. Light, I knew you could do it. I believe in you all along, Nick boy. I don't know how I can even repay you. Oh, shucks. Thank Mr. Light. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pulse. I got a bad feeling about this. I got even worse feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Why you get slapped? Dude, she slapped me. Pearly. This woman is Miss Desire Delight. She's our client's wife. Yes. Mr. Nick? Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind to the back of your own client. No. Ouch. God damn it. And I forgive you. That was left. Super effective. Well, anyway, all's well what ends well, right? Roy? Maya? You fucking sure, Maya? We got the secret urn back, and the thief has been caught. You're so right, it's all thanks to Nick boy here. But actually it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. Then why this guy looks so gloomy? But I'm the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, Tony? I did my best for you, Arnie. I know that and I appreciate it, that's it. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. He just got a little touch of the blues, you know, about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godo, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Kane Bullard? Where I've heard that name before. Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimate time of that was 1 AM on October 12th. 1 AM October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that the cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you've figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about the piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been brewed with that rage. What you're saying? You brew with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief. Is going to be the news that gets in Hank. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was the murder scene. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am the thief, I tell you. Round the light, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This can't be! This is impossible! I'm looking forward for another exciting showdown. Is that right? You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Zenick, is there something personal between you two? Well, for him, yes. For you, no. For Phoenix, no. I will return from the deeps of hell to battle with you. And at least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, what the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah. Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he declared innocent of larceny. What the heck is going to happen next? The one thing I found really interesting was that Ronnie didn't give us any information. This piece of doofus. Oh, I hate it. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we end the episode right now, right here. And have a lovely day. Goodbye.